Hey, what up, y'all? It's Mr. Prosperity, and I'm here to show you exactly how you can buy real estate using zero of your cash, man. A lot of people, they want to get involved in real estate, and they really just not sure how to get involved. What shies a lot of people away is they feel like it takes large amounts of money to get involved in real estate because, let's face it, real estate is an expensive purchase. And in fact, real estate will probably be the largest purchase that any family makes in their lifetime. However, there's something called creative real estate investing. That's exactly what I do. And it doesn't take any of your own money. So let's get started, right? Let's talk about the different ways to fund your deals. First of all, the bulk of the purchase is gonna definitely come from a loan. Let's use buying and holding, for example. When you buy and hold, usually as an investment property, if it's 1 to 4 units, you're usually gonna have to put 20% down as an investment property, right? Unless you're one of these people where you're like, gonna get an FHA loan, 3% down, and tell them you're living in 1 unit and you're really not and all that, man, you getting that crap yourself. I'm talking about you're going ahead and investing into a property, you're gonna put 20% down. Say you go ahead and you're buying a $100,000 property. I'm using simple numbers for a simple sake, right? Your down payment is gonna be $20,000. Now you're saying to yourself, man, I don't have $20,000. Where the hell is that money coming from? Let's talk about many different ways this money could come in your pocket. First way I wanna talk to you guys about is you can use what's called a private money lender or a PML. A private money lender is everybody in your phone book. It's somebody who has money and they need to put that money to work. Their money is sleeping and it's not giving them the return that they desire. So you could take their funds, go ahead and invest in the deal. Now, how do you structure a private money deal with a private money lender? There's 2 ways you can do it. You could either do debt or you could do equity. So basically, they'll become the bank just like a loan you get from a mortgage broker or from a bank. So maybe they're not doing that good and they want to move that money into a different asset class. As long as they're making money on their money, they're happy. That's how you structure debt. Now, equity, on the other hand, is where you make them a part of the deal. You guys go into the deal together. You basically running the deal. They become a partner, so they become an owner of that property. See, you can negotiate any way you want. The fair way to do it is you guys go in as a JV, which is a joint venture, meaning you guys go in as partners, you run the deal, they put up the money, you guys split the cash flow, and you guys split the equity on the end when you sell the property. This is a simplistic way to get involved in a real estate deal and get your first real estate deals without using zero of your own money. Another way, which I really like, is lines of credit. I'm talking about credit cards. I'm talking about an actual line of credit. Now keep in mind, the deal has to make sense for these type of deals. So first of all, you need to be buying the right property. You make your money when you buy, not when you sell. And just remember, you can't trust anybody. You trust, but you verify. You don't go off what somebody tells you. You actually run your own numbers and run your own play. Because everybody's out for self. It's just the nature of the business. If you don't know how to run the numbers, watch some of my other videos. We're gonna have more videos coming up as well, and you'll be able to learn exactly how to run the play, how to run the numbers, okay? Because you have to buy right. And these are all sources to fund what we call fund the gap. Your down payment, your holding costs, your closing costs, it's called your gap. The gap between the purchase and the loan. That in between, that's the gap. Some of you guys might say, well, Dave, I don't qualify for a loan. I'm not telling you to go get a conventional loan. I have 1 fourplex that I have an actual conventional mortgage on there. And boy, that was a nightmare. It took me 2 months to close the property. What I use is what's called commercial loans. Some people call them debt service loans. And basically what they are is just like hard money loans. In fact, most of the ones I have is through a hard money lender that I utilize for my flips, and they never ever ask you for any of your personal information. They're gonna run your credit score, so you should have good credit. Keep that in mind. However, besides that, they're not looking at any income. They do want to make sure that you have the funds to close and a little bit of seasoning money. Basically, is they might want to see the money in the bank for maybe 2 or 3 months, and that's it. Besides that, they're ready to close. And they also want to just make sure you got a little extra funds just in case of anything, and it's not a lot of money. But what they're really looking at is the income that asset's producing. So they're looking at it like a business, the income, the expenses, and the cash flow. And as long as that can service the loan, they were cool. You know, you want to use these kind of loans because these kind of loans never report to my personal credit. Another great way to utilize is the actual seller. Seller financing, or what's called seller carry or seller carry back. And the way that works is the same way like a PML. You get the loan for first position and they'll carry that in second position. Here's the thing, if you get foreclosed on, that first position lender could wipe out the second position, meaning the seller could get wiped out. So a lot of sellers will say that to you, and that's where you'll get pushback. You get pushback because they will say, well, wait a second, you know, if you ever get foreclosed on, my debt's gonna be wiped out because the bank that has the first position is gonna take over the property, right? Well, that's where you say, should we negotiate on the price, Mr. Seller? Because if you think that, then that means this property is overpriced, and here's why. It's not gonna get wiped out. They gotta recoup what they want from the property, and anything remaining now goes to second position. So if you feel like there's not gonna be anything remaining after they're paid, then that means you feel that I'm overpaying for the property. So maybe we should negotiate better price on the property. Larger properties, it's actually easier to get seller financing, and here's why. Sellers are more savvy. You know, they know and understand about compound interest. So because they understand how compound interest works, they're more willing to do that because they know they're gonna get paid twice as much by holding that paper. So these are a couple ways, quick ways to fund the gap and get into a real estate deal with zero down. Reach out to me for more tips, tricks, and hacks, baby. I love you guys, man. And if you feel I've added value to you, go ahead, drop a comment, tell me how you're feeling. Any questions you have for me, I want you to drop it in the comment box. And make sure that you like and make sure that you subscribe, baby, and you was born to win. Peace.